So just touching on some incredibly sad news yesterday, which was the death of Neil Malpass, only 69. Uh, I interviewed Neil many times, met him. Uh, when I first started writing books in 2015, he was one of the very first people I interviewed. Obviously, he fought Paul Sykes a couple of times. Um, fought fought some, the who's who around that time. Peter Freeman, Terry Mintus, uh, Manny Bergo, Stuart Lithgow. Beat Danny McAlinden, who was a British champion. Um, of course, box Paul Sykes beat him and got a draw. Him and Sykes became great friends after they fought. Um, Before that, it was quite an ill-fated. Um, it was a bit of a grudge match, shall we say? It was Yorkshire fight, and Paul actually put in his book, you know, his girlfriend at the time, which went on to be his wife, which was Wendy. She came to the press conference, and she Malpass was a bit of a looker when he was young, and Paul Sykes' girlfriend actually fancied him. So yeah, they fought. John Spenceley was in Neil Malpass's corner, and they became great friends. They ended up doing a bit of debt collecting, and yeah, even when he was towards the end of his life, Neil would always go and look for him, give him a bit of money. I think the last time he saw him, he said, "Jamie, I went and saw him, and he had those scabs over his face, which is obviously when the kids set him on fire." And he said he was just beyond help then. And he always he gave me a quote actually, which I used for one of the books, and it was something like, "Paul Sykes once upon a time was an important person, and then in the blink of an eye, he was a nobody." Um, yeah, he'd in fact Neil Malpass had been retired for 3 years, and actually came out of retirement and beat John Fury with ease. Um, yeah, saying that John Fury was more of a on the cobbles fighter in those days. But yeah, really, really sad news. He was only 69, and nothing was ever too much trouble for Neil. As I said, spoke to him a couple of times. I was going to be speaking to him for this Mickey Duff book. I asked him at the start of the year. I don't know the details of his death, but he just started slowly, you know, drifting away from social media. So I don't know whether it was a long illness or anything like that. But he'd be sadly missed. And anyone who knew him, he was a big name in the South Yorkshire boxing industry, if you like. And anyone who's read the Paul Sykes books will be very familiar with Neil Malpass. You know, yeah. So a big miss, and yeah, as I said, I was really, really deeply saddened when I heard the news yesterday. So, R.I.P. Neil Malpass.